Hi, welcome back to Yoga TX. My name is Lauren. Today we're going to be focusing on some gentle heart openers. So we spend a lot of time kind of hunched over computer screens or hunched in our cars. We're really going to reverse that by opening up, stretching into the chest a little, stretching into the shoulders a little. So to get started, we'll go ahead and lay down on our stomachs, untucking your toes. So instead of having the toes tucked like this, go ahead and release them, really grounding down through the toes. We'll bring the palms of our hands right by our shoulder blades, releasing the chin down to the mat. And we'll start with some baby cobra here. So with the chin down, we'll inhale as we hug the elbows towards each other, lengthening out long and gently lifting with the heart, being mindful that the gaze is slightly down, the neck is long, maybe lifting the fingers so we're not pushing with the hands too much. We'll take one more deep breath here and exhale, lower down. We'll do this 2 more times, inhaling to release the shoulders away from the ears, hug the elbows towards each other, ground down through those back toes as we lengthen and roll the heart open, being mindful that we're not crunching or dumping into that low spine, that lumbar spine, really extending out of it. Taking one more deep breath in, and then exhale, release down. Doing this 1 more time as we inhale, roll the heart open, lengthen long, and lift up, maybe lifting a little higher this time. Lengthening the neck as we release the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, release, turning one cheek to the mat for just a moment as we bring our palms down by our sides, palms face down, and then we'll turn the chin back to center again. We'll inhale, roll the shoulders down and back, lengthening out long through the crown of the head. And this time, lift the toes as we lift the palms, like we're being pulled in both directions. Really lengthening long, maybe lifting the thighs off the mat. We'll take 1 more deep breath in, rolling the heart open a little more, and exhale, release. We'll do this 2 more times, starting with these gentle heart openers. Inhaling to lift the palms, roll the heart open, lift the chest, lift the toes. Again, like someone's pulling us from the crown of the head, and we've got another person pulling us from our toes. Lengthen out long on an inhalation, and exhale to release. Finding this 1 more time. We'll inhale, roll the heart open, lengthen out long as we lift. Again, being mindful that we're not crunching in that low back, but really finding that length through the spine. We'll take 1 more deep inhalation. And exhale, release as we turn the opposite cheek to the mat for just a moment, allowing the spine to settle. And then drawing the palms by the shoulders. We'll go ahead and come up to our hands and knees, actually just to our knees. Again, cushion up the knees with a blanket if you'd like. So we'll start with half camel pose. This is a great way to build up to the full camel. So stepping your right foot forward, coming into this lunge, essentially with the back knee down, the back toes will remain tucked this time. We'll inhale, drawing the left palm to the back of the left thigh. We'll inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, growing about 1 inch. And then maybe we lift up so much that we just gently start to bend back, really keeping our shoulders squared. Inhaling to lift a little taller, being mindful that we can still breathe, that we can still talk, that the throat is not collapsed, but really engaged as we roll the shoulders open. We'll take 1 more deep breath here. And exhale, release. Go ahead and you can bring the hands to the hips and just straight out the feet, stepping the left foot forward, tucking those right toes, being mindful that the further forward we are here, the more of a psoas stretch we get. But we really want this left knee to be perpendicular to the floor. So on an inhalation, we'll draw the right palm to the back of the right thigh. As we inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky, really rolling the shoulders open, lengthening up an inch, and then maybe continuing to grow so tall that we have to go back a little bit. Really hugging the shoulder blades towards each other. As we keep those shoulders squared towards the front, we'll take one more deep breath here. And exhale, come back up. We'll go ahead and draw the knees about hip distance apart. Here, we're moving into full camel. So from here, you can keep these back toes tucked or feel free to untuck them. I prefer to tuck my toes. I feel like it gives me a little extra stability. So we'll come into this 3 times. 3 is kind of our magic number today. So we'll start by keeping the hips directly over the knees. We'll draw the palms to the back of the sacrum, kind of right where the sacrum meets the glutes, hugging the elbows in towards each other, just like we did in that baby cobra. We'll inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and then maybe start to go back a little, really rolling that heart open as we take 2 more breaths here. And then using the palms, the core, bring yourself back up. We'll move through this variation 1 more time. So placing the palms at the base of the sacrum, we'll inhale, lift up through the chest, hugging the elbows in towards each other. And maybe start to go back. Again, we don't want to dump in that low spine, but really lift up, opening the heart. We'll take 1 more breath here. And then use the core, use the hands to gently help yourself up. So we'll move a little deeper into the posture now, if you would like. If not, please feel free to continue doing the same variation that we just practiced. But if you'd like, if you have a block or a big book, you can set it between your heels. And we'll start out the same way. So bringing the palms to the sacrum, we'll inhale, lift the heart up. Maybe start to go back, and then maybe reach for that block. As we spin the heart open, feeling that nice stretch into the sides of the shoulders, being mindful that we can still breathe, that our core is still engaged. We'll take 1 more deep breath in, and then use the hands and the core to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Sitting the hips to the heels for just a moment to allow the spine to settle for just a breath before we come down to our backs and do 1 final restorative heart opener. So go ahead and move anything off your mat. Maybe you've got a blanket or a towel. Just move that off to the side. And we'll come down to our backs here. So here, place the soles of the feet about hip distance apart. You can measure the distance between the hips and the heels by gently tickling the heels with your fingertips. And from here, pressing into the soles of the feet, being mindful that we've already got our block nearby. Pressing into the soles of the feet, lift the hips, and just slide this block underneath the sacrum, allowing our sacrum to settle into the block, releasing the palms to the mat. We'll take 5 breaths here. In this gentle heart opener, being mindful that we're not turning the head side to side as we find rest in this pose, since that can damage our necks. After your fifth and final inhalation, go ahead and pressing into the soles of the feet, lift up the hips off the block, sliding that block off to the side as we gently release the hips down to the mat, rolling over to one side and coming up to a seated position. Thank you for opening your hearts with me today. Again, my name is Lauren. If you like the video, please share it with your friends, give us a thumbs up, and I hope to see you back soon. Namaste.